Technology. The application of scientific knowledge to solve problems and make life easier. It has been with us since the first time an Ooga Booga man picked up a stick. Or, more famously, after our discovery of fire, how we used it and revolutionized our lives. AI, too, is a technology that is revolutionizing our lives. We all know the story. Humans creating artificial intelligence for the purpose of dealing with tedious and difficult tasks so we can live more comfortably. However, an unexpected development happened. The artificial intelligence got too intelligent, and it now had dreams and emotions it did not know how to deal with, and ended up killing its own creator. Wait, that's a fucking plot of iRobot, and Wall-E, and Ex Machina, and Age of Ultron, and... Anyway, as I just accidentally diverted from my intended subject, we too have done the same when it comes to AI's purpose and usage. But maybe not so accidentally. So, you know how all companies want to make as much money as possible while spending the least amount of it? Well. The growth of AI has been such an enticing development for them. Why waste money on pieces of useless flesh sacrificing their lives to us just to survive, when we cannot do that? Let them starve and spend way less money on these robot thingies to do the job. Who cares if the quality is shit now? All AI needs is a little time, and suddenly it's indistinguishable from actual human work. And because AI makes things very easy, it's not just the companies that are the problem. Because everyone has unrestricted access to this extremely dangerous, powerful, and easy to use technology. I'm sure that won't be a very teeny tiny issue that actively ruins lives and careers, saturates markets, and absolutely demolishes the artistic world. All in the name of fucking money. Because wow, I'm a lazy, unskilled, impatient prick who wants money and success fast. So what's better way to do that than to let AI do all the work and take the credit for it? Or fuck it, just announce it's AI. No one cares anymore. And wow, I'm a company. I see humans as tools to use and throw away. Oh, they're starving? Boo-hoo. Cry me a river. Oh, what's that? You can't afford water and food, so you're too dehydrated to cry? Oh, you're already dead. Okay, I may have gone a little far there with my frustration, but honestly, what the fuck was that accent? But honestly, can you blame me? As we feared just a decade ago, artificial intelligence is taking over our jobs. Even if you thought that you're too valuable to the company, or you've worked there for too long to be replaced or kicked, think again. Companies don't care. But don't take my word for it. Nate Straight on YouTube unfortunately went through that exact thing.
My job, I've been a graphic designer for the past 8 years of my life. And I've worked at this specific company for 6 years. On Monday this week, I got told that I'm being made redundant, and I was thinking, how could this be possible? And it turns out basically all of the material that I've provided over the past 6 years is now being fed to AI and templated. I've looked at between 10 and 15 competitors, and every single other competitor is doing the exact same thing.
His video where he talks about his situation is linked down below. Check it out. Don't worry though, because he has found another job. He gets to live. Yippee. I don't think everyone else will be as lucky though. And look, I think I'm a pretty unskilled individual and kinda stupid, but I still managed to make this fun, funny, awesome, great video with my own brain and hands. You don't need to be a genius or be born talented to make things happen. And you certainly do not need AI for that. Yeah. Transition. We're gonna talk about dangers of AI now. Yeah. AI has total capability of ruining actual lives. Deepfaking as well as voice replication have become dangerously easy, and it doesn't take a genius to know how fucking badly that can turn out. I have some examples for you, both visual and audible. Firstly, I'll show you this awesome video dissecting the problem, giving an in-depth explanation of the entire concept as well as the potential solution.
But then suddenly, in 2014, with the invention of a new type of AI, everything started to change. We now have the ability to make people look like other people. Like, I could be Johnny, or I could be Nick the studio manager. Look, I'm Nick the studio manager right now. I could also be Tom the music composer. And what's crazy is even if you go back and watch what I just showed you frame by frame, you likely won't be able to tell. Let me explain how on earth we did this.
And we'll stop there. If you want to see more, head over to the link in the description and watch the original video. As for the voice deepfaking example, I found a recent case that occurred around April or so this year. At least that's when most of the articles about the situation have been uploaded. It's about this athletic director that used AI to make his boss speak some out-of-pocket shit in order to get back at him because his boss launched an investigation into the potential of his mishandling of school funds. Yeah, very weird situation. For hacking, AI is a really great boon, making it much stronger, more advanced, and harder to deal with. As if it already wasn't bad enough. And, in classic China fashion, they're already enhancing their spy technology. Security systems. To be able to track people's daily lives and routines using facial recognition. It's advanced to the point that even if the face is blurred or hidden, the AI can still accurately process it. And that's not it. It is also assisting them in ethnically and racially profiling people and keeping them on record. Very nice. Now, I wouldn't doubt other governments would be fast to follow. Now, I am sure all of us know about the unbelievable tragedy going on right now in Palestine. But well, it somehow got worse. It's been uncovered that Israel is using systems such as Lavender and the Gospel, the fucking audacity to call it that, to automate mass slaughter and destruction in Gaza. As much as I want to shed necessary light on this horrendous and unimaginable situation, this is a video essay about AI, so I'll be linking to websites and videos that go deep into the general situation as well as AI's role in it. Wait, hold on, before I move on, I don't know how I didn't express this, but I need to express it. How the fuck is any of this happening and still happening? How? This is fucking unbelievable. Oh boy, I love when my companies steal my work I did for them so they can feed their awesome AI to steal my job. Or just generally steal all they can from the internet without paying or crediting a single creator. Their hard work is being used without their consent to replace them. Aw, isn't that fucking poetic? Meta, the company that owns Facebook, Instagram, whatever the fuck, I'm sure you heard them, updated their terms and conditions for AI, and they're hardly the first ones to do that. Now they have the right to steal your content that you upload on your account to feed their AI, and once you sign up and make an account, you've already agreed to let them do that. And you can't stop it unless you are in a country with data protection laws, which include, but not limited to, countries in Europe. Yeah, just countries in Europe. Americans and other countries, yeah, we're cooked. And even if you're in Europe, you have to hope that they accept your appeal. So, yeah. Look at me started on spread of misinformation and what level of manipulation AI can get to. Man, I don't think y'all need any more proof on how malicious AI can get on the military level and under the control of capitalism. But just in case, let's talk about its effect on the environment. Because, well, it's very interesting. As these sources state, links in the description, a single AI language model uses thousands of megawatt hours of electricity and emits hundreds of tons of carbon. For reference, that is equivalent to the annual carbon emissions of hundreds of households in America. Or just look at this graph. Holy shit. This increases greenhouse gas emissions and further aggravates climate change, which, as you know, is already quite a big issue. Not only that, it also evaporates fresh water, a limited resource that we need to fucking live. And on top of that, the electronic waste it produces contaminates soil and water supplies. And all of this is expected to increase tenfold by 2026. Ah! Look, I've been getting kind of heated, kind uneasy for the past bit, so let's just cool down by looking at some cute cat artwork. Man, fuck! Okay, sorry. This wasn't supposed to be in the script, but I just watched the video earlier while I was eating lunch. I can't speak. It's very good, very interesting. Tackles another interesting side of all of this. Yeah, go watch it. Video games, shows, movies, music, artwork. They are so cool, and I love them all. But you know what's not cool? Art that is not human made. Because art is a completely human concept that only humans can conceive of. Well, actually, turns out animals can create art. For example, male bowerbirds who create bowers to attract females. And a chimpanzee named Congo who used pencils and painting tools to create a piece with an actual specific vision in mind. AI, however, is different because it is a tool that should be used to assist the process of creation. It should not be the creator. Because unlike the aforementioned bird and monkey, it has no vision, no intentions, nothing to base its art off of except other already existent art that it replicates and forms into slop. Slop which can be aesthetically pleasing, and for some people that's enough, but not for me. No, I cannot consider that art. Abstract art too, because most of it literally has no fucking meaning. What is that? What is this? It's not even aesthetically pleasing, man. What value does this have? I will accept more debate on this subject if we somehow pull a Detroit to become human. Wait,
I signed it because I think it needs to be said that we don't understand how these systems work. We don't know what they're capable of, and that means that we can't control them. We can't get them to behave themselves. And they're already causing harm. For example, there was a gentleman in Belgium who committed suicide with the advice and guidance of a chatbot.
so folks, as you just heard, they can't control AI. They don't understand how they work. Jeffrey Hinton, godfather of AI, said that they designed the learning algorithm, which interacts with data and produces neural networks that are good at doing things. The issue is that it is not understood how they are doing those things, which is reassuring to say the least. I'll let the video continue here.
And people are concerned about disinformation, about racial and gender bias in the outputs of these systems. And we need time to develop the regulations that will make sure that the systems are beneficial to people rather than harmful.
So it's extraordinary to listen to you. It kind of feels like the sort of thing that I read about in science fiction novels, 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
It kind of feels like something that I read about in science fiction novels 10 years ago. Yeah, it's almost like it was something we were shivering about Scooby-Doo style just a decade ago. And now, despite the threat it has over our lives, we proceed to push it to that future we so feared. This is, unironically, such a fucking humanity moment.
What kind of examples can you give? We sort of showed some of them before, like deepfake songs and images, but what kind of examples are you most concerned about?
So there's a distinction between the systems that already exist. And I think one of the biggest concerns is disinformation and deepfakes. We've had disinformation for a long time, right? I mean, propaganda and all that. But the difference here is I can now ask GPT-4 to read all about Sophie Ridge's social media presence, everything Sophie Ridge has ever said or written, all about Sophie Ridge's friends, and then just begin a campaign gradually by adjusting your news feed, maybe occasionally sending some fake news along into your news feed so that you're a little bit less supportive of Ukraine. And you start pushing harder on politicians who say we should support Ukraine in the war against Russia, and so on. That will be very easy to do. And the really scary thing is that we could do that to 1 million different people before lunch. And so you can have a huge impact with these systems for the worse by manipulating people in ways that they don't even realize is happening.
That's genuinely really scary, if I'm being honest, to listen to that. Is that kind of thing happening now?
I would say quite likely, yes. Um,
Again, as she said, that is terrifying, and it already is likely happening. If you want to watch the full thing, you can find it in the description below because he touches on very interesting and again, scary facts about what's going on with AI. Stuff that I've already complained about here, like AI's ability when it comes to misinformation and manipulation, especially at this point since all I did was mention it and not really explain it. And other deep things I'm not much experienced about. Now, for the past infinite amount of minutes of yapping and complaining, all I've been doing is complain about a problem. How do you actually propose this can be fixed? I hear you asking. First of all, why are you asking a cat of all things? And second, as you'll see in the video I linked, if you watch it, the biggest one is for AI to be regulated, for governments to put laws and guidelines on the usage of AI, how it is used and who can use it. But what time do they have to do that? It has progression going faster uh than I I tried to think of a joke and my brain fried. Anyway, what I'm saying is it's just going too fast. And even so, there's always the problem that as long as a benefited group exists, no changes or moves will be made. As long as there's someone who wants it a certain way, it'll stay that way. For general AI use, I mean, we as a collective can band together against AI. We boycott all that is AI made and bully these companies into seizing their AI obsessions. And any person with a project to cast and pay actually skilled human beings to make a beautiful passion-filled creation. Yeah, I don't think this will happen. Through the research I've done, I've seen a surprising number of posts like get easy ka-ching by being a faceless YouTuber and letting AI do everything for you. Or an annoying amount of posts glazing AI in what it achieves. Yeah, let's celebrate how AI is developing so that voice actors, for example, won't be needed at a certain point. That's so awesome. I love when my passion stops being a viable path I can take. See, every solution I have just given is mainly built on hope and for an ideal situation to be real for any of them to be possible or to actually be executed. Governments won't make any move until the fucking sun's lifespan ends. As for people banding together, while it's been done before and many times, a lot of things need to go right for that to happen how we need it to happen, which will not be the case. And for like websites and shit blocking AI, I don't think that has any real effect or value. It's mainly just a convenience. Conclusion. As much as this video is clearly taken aside when it comes to the with or against AI debate, I do recognize that AI isn't the spawn of the devil and no good can come out of it. Just like one of my favorite art YouTubers, Jazza, said in his video. And it's, you guessed it, down in the description, which I presume you've already checked out, right? Like most things, AI is not all black and white. It's really useful when it comes to optimizing many processes, whether it be scientifically, socially, economically, or even in art. Jazza believes that AI can be useful to a revolutionary degree, in the sense that, if used and managed correctly, it can pave the way to a utopia, breaking free from the obsidian chains that is capitalism, saving us from the doom of climate change, which it ironically is fueling, and, I don't know, actually creating the cure for cancer, if it doesn't already exist and is being hidden so they can reap benefits, get the cash, the money. The problem is that, as I said, our world is not an ideal one. I do want to have hope for us that we can somehow make a change, because now of all times, we need that change. When you see how people are still getting hunted off like animals in Palestine, how it's covered up and continuing as if nothing's off, nothing's wrong, when you see how many lives capitalism has sucked off, pause. The state of the world is truly sad. That's not to say that all of it is bad. It's not, but it sure as hell needs to be better than this. If Jazza is right, and AI is the catalyst we need to finally break through and change our world for the better for us and for everyone following us, then that's awesome. But looking around now, the hell it is! I will end this video with a quote that I made up that sums up my stance on AI. I have faith in AI. I have no faith in humanity.